So episode 1.
Kind of episode 2. But
Yeah.
technical difficulties.
Right. We're kind of like... Okay, no, because we're from the East Coast. We know what a snowstorm is. We know
This
this
is
is a cold weather storm.
I don't even want to call it a storm. This whole storm thing is implying people need to stay in the house.
Like,
and shut
let's
shit
be
down.
real about it, though. Like, it actually is like ice on the ground. Like, I don't know what it is that's built in this air or something, but like, it's really not that fucking cold.
It's cold.
But we've hit like single digits.
We have. But even then, like, people who are from here will be like, oh, well, if you're from the East Coast, this ain't bad for you. Yes, it is.
Actually,
that is why we
yeah,
moved
because
here.
the cold here it hits a little different.
It does. Especially when you
sure.
expect it to be warm constantly. This cold is worse than East Coast cold. Because I didn't want this here.
And then people don't even know how to drive in warm weather, so it's like, it get a little cold outside and people just start crashing into things.
Honestly, this episode is about to be Texas, we gotta talk. Because
Texas, we have to talk.
like, I don't know
Dallas.
what y'all got going on,
Hear me out.
but the math is not mathing out here. Honestly, it's not.
Damn, no, for real. Dallas, let's have a talk. Let's have a chat with Dallas real
Yeah.
quick, okay? Well, where are we from? We're from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. We're both from the same small city.
Can y'all believe that? We came from the same city. How long have we known each other?
Like, I be telling people all different types of shit.
Yo, this girl trying to
Depending on
tell
who's
somebody
asking.
she knew me since she was 8. Drea, I did not know you since you was a badass baby kid.
We grew up together.
Yeah, low key. We've at least known each other since like at least 10 or 11.
Middle school.
Middle
How
school?
old were you in middle school?
I don't know. See, this is why they teach us math.
Right.
You know, we're arguing about what classes we should be taking.
Yeah.
Math was definitely a class. We
But
should
it's
be
like,
touching.
did ages really line up with grades though? And I feel like you should have been like 8 in 8th grade, 9 in 10th grade, 10th grade. But no, you're like fucking 16 in 12th grade. I think 18. 18?
In 12th grade?
You graduated at 18.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Okay, well yes, we've known each other at least since middle school because that's as long as I can remember. Shit.
We
ran
actually ran
track
track
together.
together.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
And people always used to say, y'all look so much alike.
man, they still do.
That shit's kind of crazy.
It's so crazy.
One day we'll do like a podcast where Drea dresses me and does my makeup as her, and let's see if we really could pull off like the twin shit.
We should do
Because
that.
people always say, when we went to go get our nails done, are you guys
Yeah,
sisters?
sisters.
Like,
And
yes,
it
we
don't
are.
even be no like racist shit. I know they really think we look alike.
Yeah.
Cause you know they think all black girls look alike.
I think it's the features though. I don't
Right.
even think it's that we exactly look alike. I think we have
Right.
like, damn, y'all both got
And then
big
we're
ass
both-
lips and
Right,
big
right.
ass noses and
And
you
we
know what I
both
mean?
really just be like out natural. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it don't really be too much like
Yeah.
to show where like our actual features look alike.
I
So
agree.
that
what
makes
it is.
sense. It's whatever. It's whatever.
But seriously, Texas, we gotta talk. What is going on with y'all traffic?
No, seriously.
For no
That's one.
reason.
Okay, so number one is definitely the traffic.
Yeah, that's
The
the most
road
unnecessary
rage
thing on the
It's
planet.
ridiculous.
Mhm.
There's an accident every time I leave the house.
And it's for no reason. None.
It's bad.
Dallas specifically, I'm sure all of Texas is probably like this because it's so big and they have 4, 5, 6 lane highways. But bro, there's traffic for no reason. You know why there's traffic? Because that one car in front of everybody wants to go 20.
Right. Or it's somebody that
reason.
know they need to get off this exit and now they gotta cut everybody
off. Right. From
get
left to the whole
all the
right
way over
side.
there.
It's ridiculous.
And then when it is an accident, it's like, get off the road.
Yo, everybody wants to people watch when there's an accident. You'll get to the front and be like, oh, this accident was in lane 6. So why are lanes 1 through 5 not moving?
Man, cops don't even be there yet. Y'all just in the way.
It's in the mix.
Cops
Everybody
can't even
wants
get
to
to
be
the
in the
accident.
mix. That's what it be.
That's what it is. Everybody's nosy. And then it's just like, like you said though, like it'd be somebody who isn't even going the speed limit. Like, you know where you belong on the road. Like,
Please.
common car courtesy. Get the fuck out the way.
Car courtesy.
Get out the way.
Seriously, move.
Move, bitch.
Get out the way.
For real.
Drea hates me because I have a song for everything.
Everything.
For everything. It's not my fault though.
But it's like, I don't really be saying that. Like, I don't say what they're saying in the song, but like when I say it, that's all you hear. So you're not listen. Like, do you listen in music too? Like
No.
everything just sounds like a fucking tune.
I don't listen when you talk.
I'll be dead ass.
I don't listen when a lot of people talk. That's why I don't have a lot of conversations with people. Believe it or not. I'll be honest. I do not listen.
It takes a while for it to like actually go in and like for you to process it.
No, I just choose not to.
Not
process
to?
it.
Right. Okay. It's a capacity thing.
Yeah. There's
Got
already
it.
a lot of stuff
Yeah.
in here. So if we could just remove you, that would
Right,
be good. That's
right,
kind of
right.
what I do.
Yeah. What else, Dallas? We need to talk about some things. Speaking of, so when you have conversations with people out here, how do they normally go? Mind you, okay, I'm gonna give Dallas a little bit of credit because
Give them grace.
a lot of the people
Don't
in
give these men
Dallas
grace, but give Dallas grace.
are from Dallas. A lot. I mean, I probably
do.
know 2 men that are from Dallas that I've like actually had a conversation with.
I mean, I think that's part of the reason I moved here because I understood it would be a melting pot. But this
Yeah.
is when I was talking to y'all and I was like, I understand it's a melting pot, but on the flip side, that makes it a place that doesn't have a culture rich in anything for real. Like, there's too many people doing too many things, and there's nothing that's really like, oh, that's Dallas.
Right.
It's just, oh yeah, that's a lot of people from a lot of different places doing them.
Definitely.
So,
Definitely. I
it's
like
an
that
adjustment.
though.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. It's so much diversity here. Literally everywhere I go, I see a different type of person or a different type of people or a different type of family.
Definitely never leaving.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
At least Texas alone, I'm never leaving.
Yes. No. This is
This is home. This is the
it.
last stop.
This is
As
the
much as
last
we gotta
stop.
talk, this is the last stop.
This is the last stop. I'm definitely gonna complain every day of my life, but
Just like I did when I was in a bird.
right. But I was
Yeah,
just saying,
you know?
anywhere you actually live, you're always gonna find the flaws in it. Like you're
Right.
always gonna tell people like, don't move here. You don't want to da 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 da. But it's like, what made you move here? Because I love it here.
Yes.
But it's
I do
like,
love it
if
here.
someone really asked me, I'd be like, I mean, Dallas isn't for everybody.
Yeah.
It really isn't. It really isn't. Like,
I
a lot of
think-
people seeing me that, like, reach out to me and ask me, like, how it is down here, like, my response will be based off of the type of person I think you are.
And
Because
would you
this
really
is, because this is
fit?
not for anybody. And it's
Yeah.
not me being selfish, like, I don't want you to move here because I just moved here. Like, I don't care if the whole world moved here. But, like,
It has to be your speed. Like, there's
Yeah.
always reasons people don't move certain places. Like, I tell you all the time, I would never move to freaking Houston. That's not my
Oh,
speed, and I know
yeah.
my place. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? This is my place. But then again, there's people who they made that their place, and they found things that they love about it. But I know that's not my speed. But I can get with you on that. Like, people will be like, oh, I'm coming to visit. And I'm like, damn, like, I moved here to get away from everything. And that also comes with some of the people who
Mhm.
often want to come down here.
Definitely.
Like, I'm trying to adjust and have a new life.
Definitely.
And people just keep, I'm coming down there. I'm coming down there.
Yeah.
First of all, it's big. It's little, but it's big. You can come down here
And be nowhere near me.
nowhere near me.
That's why every time someone says like, "Oh, I'm coming to Dallas" or "I'll be in Dallas this weekend," where are you staying? Because
Which end of Dallas? Because
I
you
stay in
might
Dallas.
damn well be in
you end up in Arlington,
Plano, anywhere Irving.
Irving.
Like, you're not in Dallas.
Fort Worth.
Might be in Dallas, but nowhere close to me. You know.
Literally, like you're staying a whole 30 minutes away from me. You don't even know, but we're still both in Dallas,
Right.
which is crazy. So Dallas is definitely huge. People don't really see it. Like I feel like you don't know Dallas is big until you get here.
Yeah.
Like,
for
of
sure.
course, it does look big, and, like, okay, if something says, like, oh, you're staying in Dallas, or, like, especially them Airbnbs, I feel like they just be bamboozling y'all, because I don't know how y'all be ending up so far away.
They
Man.
flying.
But, yeah, but a lot of things, even, like, on, because we talked about this before,
What?
on Instagram, where, like, we'll see those posts where it's like, oh, a new restaurant in Dallas.
That hoe is 33 miles. And listen,
We Googled it, and it be across the fucking world.
33 miles, and now this is for people on the East Coast to follow me.
Oh.
33 miles down here is 66 minutes. 33 miles at home, you can get there in 15 minutes. Like, this is not that.
I swear,
This
bro,
is not
why
that.
is my studio, where we're at right now, 5 miles from my house? It takes me 20 minutes to get
It's
here.
not a joke. Everything is, and it's not even, because you know, when you're from New York is like, all right, 1 mile is going to take you 23 minutes.
Yeah.
But this is not that. It is
Yes.
just like a whole bunch of highway
It's
driving
not
forever.
that, for real. But and then it's all one big circle. So it's like, if you're not going like here, like if you gotta go there, you can't go there. You gotta go there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And don't get
Like,
off on the wrong exit because
oh.
you're going to be trying trying to make it to your location for an extra 14 minutes.
I swear, when they say you take the wrong exit, you can end up in Houston.
Yeah. You can't just make it back.
Be careful. And that's why people, when I tell you people will go from this lane to this lane to make that exit.
And just move. Just help them.
Let them go.
Help them.
Because you know how it is to miss the exit.
It's serious. No, it really is serious.
For sure. But other than like that, I really like the scenery. You know, I'm all about like aesthetics. You know, that's my thing. It's such an aesthetic here, and it's different aesthetics. Like you can literally go if you want like a moody, dark, like not not dark, but like nightlife, like something like that. There's that aesthetic. There's like the live lights and views and all of that. There's that aesthetic, and then there's like the hood aesthetic. And then there's like the bougie aesthetic. You go to like North Park and you see like fucking Louis Vuitton, Gucci and shit like right up the street.
Stuff I can't afford.
Yes, it's just
right
like
here.
There's aesthetics and there's vibes everywhere.
No. I love that. I guess that's also it's like it's so easy to code switch out here because there's something for everybody.
Yes, definitely.
Something for everybody everywhere, and that's what I love. Like that's how I grew up. Just a whole bunch of different places, had to mix with a whole bunch of different people.
Yep. So definitely having the ability to code switch definitely works out for you in a city like this because it's so many different environments where like, I mean, of course, like I'm not saying people have to code switch because be your fucking self.
Yeah.
But it's just a good idea to know how or to have that ability because it could get you in so many different places. Like literally, I feel like I could be anywhere in Dallas and like be able to code switch myself into the environment that I'm in, adapt real quick, and flourish wherever I go.
And I think we definitely should touch on that because I think when people say, is code switching being yourself? I think absolutely. I think in every stage of your life, you get to be a different person. In every instance, when something happens, you're choosing who you're going to be when you respond to this, who you're going to be when you show up here. Like, it's all just versions of yourself, you know? So
definitely. Yeah, so, okay, that's a good way to put it. It is, so code switching isn't you like, because when I think of code switching, of course, like right away I'm like, this is how I act around black people, this is how I act around white people.
Yeah.
That's my main code switch because that's what it is.
It's not limited to that.
But it's not limited to that. It's different versions of you. You can code switch in any environment, anywhere you go with any type of people. So yeah, definitely you made a point there because that's really the only time I'm code switching for real.
You want to know when I'm code switching? Well, here, let me tell you. I have to code switch at work, but it's not just because I'm around certain people. It's because I'm in a professional setting, right? Like, and I have to code switch. If I'm going to Bitter End, I'm not going to act the same way as if I'm going to, I don't know, maybe an upscale, kind of vibe. Maybe the Garden. I mean, the Garden is. I love the Garden.
Me too.
We live
Shout
there.
out to the Garden.
We live there.
Although I did almost I felt like I had to.
Story time, run it, cause the amount of places I almost can't go because of the shit she be doing.
Because let's talk about it. So
I wish you would have code switched, and maybe
probably should have code switched.
Yeah,
I think I did code switch actually, because I was cool up until. Okay,
she brought the East Coast out of her.
My thing is like, okay, one, this could be a conversation for a lot of things, because I hate when I have to become the angry black woman.
Yeah,
especially when there's black men around me, and like I don't need to be acting like this. You should be the one, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not should be, but in the situation that I was in with this guy, I feel like he should have took it upon himself to step into that, especially if he is like one of those mediator type of people. Like, you could tell.
Sorry. I turned it on, but I don't know if I left it on. Okay.
You can tell he's like more of the mild. Because I wouldn't even say I wouldn't even say he's like super chill, but he's more mild than I am.
Right.
Like, I am spicy. You feel me? And I'm gonna take it from here to here.
They gotta let us have that.
It's like, and I tried to contain myself. So we walk outside, and we're waiting for the valet to bring the car over or whatever. Long story short, we get over to the car. He like sends his friend over to the car, and like he looks back at us like something happened. And he still he wasn't bringing the car over. So we like, what's up with the car?
What's the problem?
So we go see the car, and the windows busted through.
In the valet. I don't know if we missed that because I was talking. The car was parked in the valet.
In the valet's responsibility. And this is not anything against the Garden. This has nothing to do with the Garden. But I just feel like still under your supervision
Right.
when I pay you to take my keys.
This is partial
my
insurance.
Car.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the insurance for 3 hours.
It
that
is
I'm
now
be in
your
club.
responsibility to make sure this car gets back to me.
The same way I left it.
And
in
that's
the
all I was saying. But they like coming at me like, is this your car? Or you know what I'm saying? So then I'm like, I'm looking around like, okay, is anybody gonna tell me not to? Bet. Snapping on them niggas. I was snapping. I'm like, this don't need to be my car. I don't know, y'all. I just blacked out. I honestly I just feel like things like that should never happen to me or my people. Like I kept saying that too. I'm like, these are my people. They're they're from out of town. Like he's not. This car don't even. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just got me worked up so bad. But it's like I just felt like somebody else should have took over that conversation, because then it wouldn't have been so embarrassing. And now every time I go to the garden, I gotta go like this. Or I gotta wear a different wig, or make sure I'm not, you know what I'm saying, like not noticeable.
Right.
Especially, well, I probably would never go in that man's car again, but just making sure I'm not in the same car. Like, I just feel like I really almost ruined my chances of ever going back there. But it's such a good club. I don't even care.
I love it. It's
if
so
he wants me to
aesthetic,
I probably
and it's so nostalgic. But you know what? You said something that really hit me, because I used to be like that. Like, if something happens to the people I'm with, even if they're not on 10, you just did something to the people I'm with, the people I care about, the people in my mind I'm supposed to defend.
I'm gonna tell you about my people.
I'm on 1,000.
If I meet somebody, like, I'm talking about during that day, like if I meet you
and we're rocking,
and somebody like come up to you, try to hit you, or come up to you, try to, do some weird shit, I'm on that.
I'm in the mix.
I'm on that.
I'm in the mix.
Especially if it's another female.
But we can't be. But I had to learn this the hard way. You can never be more upset than the person that the thing is happening to.
Yeah.
It'll fuck you every time.
Facts.
And it'll embarrass the hell out of you, because you'll be sitting there
so embarrassed,
angry, and they're just like, bro, I don't even know why she's this mad. Like, that person will be like, this not even, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Even if they're like, yeah, you can handle it, but if you take it too far, it's like, damn, like I was defending somebody who wasn't even as upset as I was about it.
That's exactly.
And it kills you.
What?
And
I think it was just making me more mad, because then it's like,
you're not defending me, defend you?
Right.
Yeah.
I felt like we weren't going to pull off until another window was in that car.
Yeah.
We drove off, and I'm in the back seat freezing.
He was ready to go home whether that window got fixed or not.
Oh, hell no. When I tell you, I would have gotten that window fixed right then and there in that parking lot.
Call AAA.
Like, y'all don't, like, that's what, and I'm just like, that's why I need a man who know that I'm going to make that happen. He going to back me up when
people don't understand, like, when I say, like, I need a man who can handle me, it's not even about handle me. It's, like, handle situations that I've been in without having to look left and right for guidance or not even know how to handle the situation.
Exactly.
Like, at that very moment, that man should have been like, you know what? They're wrong, and I see that you're upset. Let me handle it, just so that you don't have to take it there. Even if it's that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very specific on, like, a man knowing what to do in situations that are uncomfortable, or a man knowing what to do in a situation where a woman is being made this angry black woman. Exactly. I hate getting there.
Because when I tell you, I know what I looked like when I was acting like that. Mm-hmm. Mind you, I was already in the midst of saying what I had to say, and I wasn't going to stop.
No, there's no
But
stopping.
even while I was saying it, I'm like, bro, I know people are looking over here like, what is she yelling for? And why are none of her friends yelling either?
Yeah, it's just
why is she the only one snapping?
What was that?
It's okay, it's probably still just right. But yeah, and then it's like that made it even worse. And then it's like, also, like you said, like I need a man that's gonna be like, sit down. Like you don't have to get
you're watching me get crazy, and you were just,
it's my car, baby girl. Go over there. I'm gonna handle this. Even if you didn't get it handled, don't let me overreact.
Yeah.
Why would you let me overreact if you wasn't gonna overreact? But then it's like I felt like I had the obligation to overreact because I knew he wasn't gonna overreact. So it's like
you kind of had to do it for him.
Right.
Kind of like how girls be ordering food for their man, or vice versa. Here, I'll get it, because you just don't do it right.
Yeah,
you're not. Don't even speak to the waitress.
Right. I'll get his order. We want
right.
Because he's gonna sit there and be like, what we getting again?
Mm-hmm. Just let me do it.
Let me do this.
Move out the way.
Right. So it's it was one of them type of things, and I feel like I shouldn't have to deal with that.
No.
Even though I have like this, demeanor where like you probably feel like you can't calm me down, but I promise you, in that moment, if someone literally would have just came to me and was like, Dre, you don't got a trip, I'd have stopped talking.
Right.
I'd have walked away. I'd have been like, okay, are we leaving? But because y'all let me go,
to the moon. To the moon.
To the moon. To the moon. I'm going to take it there. I'm going to take it all the way there till somebody tell me to stop. For real.
It's an adjustment, though, y'all. Being down south and coming from an area where you're used to people being generally aggressive in a way. Not in a negative way. Just on, like, we have a culture that's just, like, we don't really take shit, or we're very assertive. And coming
assertive.
Down here,
I think it's assertive. I wouldn't even call it too much aggression.
I feel like it's seen as aggression because it's assertive. When people down here may be used to this southern hospitality, even most of the people who come in here, they're from the a lot of them are from the south somewhere else. You know what I mean? So even though
not too many are from
for me, it's not a common culture down here. Some of them are still like, all right, this is still down south vibe. Me, I'm like, this is an adjustment. And I try not to be so, this is the code switch thing. It's like, maybe I had to be that way on the East Coast because this is how we all were. But now, I can calm down a little bit down here, and maybe I need to switch it up. And it's not because I'm not being myself, but it's because this is a different environment and it doesn't warrant that person anymore. And I think that's the other reason I left. Like, to keep it mean, I was running from something. I couldn't be up there anymore. I was running from depression. I wasn't running from people in a way like I couldn't handle things. It was like I didn't want to keep facing these same people who I feel like put me in a hurt position. I feel like when I was in my home, I was constantly reminded of the friends who hurt me, or the men who hurt me, or, you know, like family who hurt me. Like, I was just like, I just got to get somewhere that there was no memories created so I can start over.
Yes,
so
definitely.
I was ready to go. I was
ready. A clean slate. I honestly, and then I want to say I was running too, but I've been running. Like, I was running for years. Like, I ran when I left for college. I ran when I left for the military. I ran when I left the military. Like, I've been running for a year. I'm talking about going on damn near 10 years? No.
running,
maybe like 8. Maybe
running.
like I am 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. But I've been running for a long time. Like, and finally I have somewhere where, like you said, like, I had no memories here. I might have had 2 or 3 friends here. But I still, like, I had something for me to build for myself in this city. Because everywhere, even in the places that I did run, it's like I went there with something, or like for a reason, or like I was still trying to stay close to something.
Yes.
Like, I didn't worry about that this time.
I
tell you, I packed
so
up that car.
Far away, Drea.
What?
We are 12,000 miles from Harrisburg, and if I was any closer, because mine was gonna be North Carolina, too close to home. If I can drive there, I'm too close to home.
Way too close.
And now I dread going home. I won't go. Like, unless there's something super important, I'll look my family dead in the face. I'm not coming back anytime soon. Like, I left.
Yeah, I only get paid to go back home. I take, when you want a book appointment, I'll come home when I find me a good little couple days, and y'all gonna send in deposits, y'all gonna pay for this flight, y'all gonna pay for my food,
y'all gonna help me figure this out,
and I'm gonna just come back, and I'm gonna take care of y'all, get y'all appointments through, and in between time, I'm gonna go see my family, and visit my mom, and see my dad, and, you know, things like that. Sometimes my family even, like, have something going on that week, so, you know, it always works out, but I never really set out to, like, oh, I'm gonna go home this time, or I'm gonna go home for this. I don't even really care to go home for holidays, because it's like, you know, and then we're at that age, you know, like, really holidays is for, like, when you have a big old, like, like kids, making sure you put everybody together, but, like, my family's already, like, I'm the youngest, so it's like, I mean, even with their kids, but, like, they have their families, they want to do their family traditions, so it's like our family traditions kind of, like, trickling down. It's not as big as it was when I was younger, and, like, you know, leaving from college, of course, like, I wanted to go home for every holiday, but now it's like, I really don't need to see y'all. See y'all when I see ya.
Bye.
So, definitely, but that's, like, another, like you said, like, a code switch type of thing, like, dealing with people who are already used to this southern culture and whatnot, are definitely, our East Coast demeanor isn't really, like, needed down here. Like,
not at all.
We don't have to be strong everywhere we go. We don't have to be, like, on our toes. You know what I mean? I mean, of course, like, you want to be, you know.
You want to be aware.
Like, yeah,
like,
keep it on a swivel, but, like.
East Coast clubs was like, I don't know if I'm wearing my Timbs or my sneakers, but the heels are not coming out.
Listen,
just in
and
case.
I ain't never seen a flyer in Dallas that said "Lead a drama at home."
Never.
You ain't never got to worry about that.
Anywhere where there was a fight yet. It's
You
their
don't gotta worry about
attitudes
that.
a little bit, but nothing. I have not seen anything
Yeah.
we're fighting over. I haven't seen an event ruined with fighting. Maybe I'm just not in those places, but again, that's good.
I mean,
like that
yeah,
means
right,
I can
exactly.
move around and have fun without being in those
we've
spaces.
been a lot of places, and I
Very much so.
I ain't heard no gunshots in a while.
Beautiful black people out here. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
I
gosh.
thought I seen it. Oh my
Man,
gosh.
I mean, down from like anybody, like a lot of people out here, like not just the adults, like all like the little kids are cute too,
Everybody's
like people's
just
families
adorable.
and the
It's
dogs,
crazy.
like
The
everything.
dogs.
It's just like
Why is there dogs? I've
like,
never seen it.
I've never seen that kind of dog.
I
It's
ask people
so
all the
cute.
time, what is that? They'll be like, this mixed with this, mixed with this, mixed with this. Okay.
All right, exotic.
Oh.
It's cute. It's so cute and like beautiful here. Like, I love the vibes. I
You
love
can
the people.
always find your aesthetic.
Yes.
I think number 2, though, behind the traffic. Well, I got to do a little feed off from the traffic. Y'all know the traffic lights don't work after 12 o'clock? Especially on the weekends.
It's
It
just
is
yellow.
a free-for-all.
It's just yellow blinking. If
Go,
it is a red
stop,
light,
do what you want.
yeah, they're gonna do what they
It's
want.
pretty much
if it ain't
do
no
what you want.
cameras, yeah.
Just go. And I'm not even seeing cameras. I barely see the cops.
No, honestly.
Unless they're down here when people are getting lit, I don't see the
I
cops on a regular
promise you,
basis.
I don't see cops until we
At
come
all.
to Deep. A Deep Ellum is the only place I see cops ever.
Yeah.
Even in the club, like I don't ever see one outside the club, like nothing like that. Like it's just like everybody's just vibing.
They
Everybody's
trust the
just
vibes down
vibing.
here. I love that.
Facts.
I
I
love
really
that.
think like they're there, you know, for protection, but like I just don't. I don't feel like everywhere we go, like cops got to be there, or like you know, because that's how it was back at home.
Yeah.
Like you go out for as long as you can to the cops.
The
come.
let
Like,
out?
You can't even put.
Them cops was out there on horses at
What?
1:59 waiting for y'all to act
I'm
up.
talking about they
Horses.
be ready on the
Galloping,
outside.
and they chase you in Harrisburg. Like, they chase you.
maced you.
Speaking of chasing you,
Chase
know
you,
when we
maced
went to Deep Ellum this weekend?
What?
When we went to Deep Ellum this weekend,
Who
and we
chased
stopped at the... Let me get there. And we stopped at the ice cream shop. This man came walking down the street trying to talk to me. I was like, nah, I'm good. I have a boyfriend. I don't have a boyfriend. I don't have a boyfriend.
Never have.
He said, never have a boyfriend.
I always
He
say.
said, oh, okay, I respect it, walked away. Why did we see the cops chasing this man 15 minutes later?
And then wait, was it the man they put in handcuffs?
Yes. When I tell you dodged a bullet.
Why?
Twice. Because
Why was he handcuffed? Why?
I don't know. And I
What were
seen
you
the
doing?
cops running. I'm like, what did this man do between the 10 minutes that he had when he was talking to me and walking away from me
That's crazy.
that was getting him arrested? Unless they were really looking for him.
No,
and
for
he
real.
was trying to talk to me so I
Yup.
could get him up out of here.
Yes.
Because
He needed a gateway
what?
car. Yes.
Yo,
he needed
that
a gateway
is
car.
so funny.
Wow.
I'm like,
That's
these men are
crazy.
crazy.
They really are.
Don't let people tell you that women are crazy. Men, if I was that person to share like some of the stuff that men have said that's really like not okay, or oh, if I would have said that, this would have been like, yeah, women are crazy.
Let's talk about it.
Men really take it there, and they don't want y'all to know because we don't expose them enough. But they
No,
say
we
some
really-
real.
We really don't expose these niggas.
We
enough.
don't.
We do not expose niggas enough, and I think when we do, we get looked at as like unappreciative or something. Because it's like
Something crazy.
it's either like we hate them or we love them,
No
and then when we
between.
love them, we love them too much, or we you know, I mean, we
Just
telling
always
too
getting
much.
judged for
Yeah,
every
like.
little thing.
But honestly, like I'm an advocate for men because I do love men. Like that's my sexual preference. But as a
My
human
sexual
race,
preference.
like a male species, I can't stand.
They don't
them.
make sense.
Ugh.
Y'all don't. I don't.
Make my
get y'all.
head hurt.
I
Make
don't
my
know
ass itch.
They
I
make
swear
your
to
ass
God,
itch.
I swear, bro. You'll never get that. Like, oh. I can't stand them niggas. But they do. They say
Seriously.
some crazy stuff. But, I mean, and honestly, here has probably been my crazy experience with, like, some dudes that approach me. Like, that is a thing. Like, I feel like because this city is so, like, mixy. Yeah, basically mixy. It's so many different types of niggas. Like, I get approached in so many different ways. And I'm just like it's never the same thing. And I be
Right.
caught sometimes. I be caught up like, what?
Right. And how do you respond to that?
Right.
You know?
Like it's something new every time. So it's definitely, they be saying some crazy stuff.
Wow.
Men are wild.
But my number 2, Dallas is not as cheap as people think it is. This is not down south cheap or whatever is across the board to the east and the west. This right here is not cheap. All this like aesthetic stuff, it's gorgeous, but it is costly, including the food. Like, even if the food is mediocre, like, it's still gonna cost you $1 million because they put it in some aesthetic place, or they put it downtown somewhere, or they put it, you know, or they raved about it somewhere, and it was just like, damn,
TikTok.
people are gonna come here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is so expensive. The rent be renting. The gas was gassing.
Gassing.
Yo.
Still kind of gassing.
It is. It does what it wants to do. The food is expensive as hell. Why are eggs $7?
No, the food is good though.
The food,
I don't even buy eggs.
we know Miss left it in the fridge for 3 months.
I put eggs in my fridge for the aesthetics. I just feel like everybody needs to have a carton of eggs in their fridge.
Girl,
I don't eat them shits.
There's only 12.
I promise you, I probably still had the same carton in my crib when I renewed my lease.
You are embarrassing.
From when I first got groceries
That's
in my house.
embarrassing.
Do they go bad?
Yes.
How?
Those are living animals. Well, dead animals.
They're dead.
That's
In the shell.
The chicken or the
Don't
egg
nothing
come first?
mold. Don't nothing smell bad or nothing.
Okay, let's put it in this perspective.
All right.
When we talk about Adam and Eve, right? Did God make Adam and Eve babies, or did he make them adults?
Oh, right. Because the story starts with them already being
grown
adults.
Yeah. There's the answer. I solved it. You're welcome.
Right.
So.
I'm just more confused. That's okay. I guess I just got to look more into it. I don't know. But yeah, now I'm just like a little more confused. I don't really know.
I think that was a great explanation.
Yeah, I agree.
This actually describes our friendship. Our friendship, our sisterhood. I feel like we're locked in for life for sure. For life.
It be locked in.
Ain't no switching up.